Probably should ask Brian and Suzanne if someone's going to be at the shop tomorrow since they're out here for the tournament as well. So, guys, just want to make sure someone's going to be there tomorrow night. Looks like that's leaking a little right, and just from the kick of it, I did not see it come down. Did you, Cody?
I see where it went.
But the way it left his club face, it looked like it was trailing to the right. So now Fred Hernandez and Blake Burchard going out to their balls in the middle of the fairway. Both really good golfers and spend a lot of time out here at Bentwood playing golf. That's Blake in the green and Fred Hernandez in the white. Of course, Fred Hernandez, we do a lot of conversations with him. He's the public information officer for AEP. So anytime the electricity goes out, we call Fred to see about the outages or what's going on and try to keep folks up to date with power outages. Fred's always good about giving us that information, letting us know what we need to know to inform the public.
Well, he's right in the center of the fairway here. Let's see what he can do with this one.
And Blake's son, Hayden, is a musician. Well, Blake got a little lucky. It kicked out of the sand, and that's going to be tough to try and hit. It's just up on the fringe off the side of this back sand trap near us.
Yeah, I think that's going to leave him with an awkward stance there.
Mm-hmm. These guys really talking about in the fairway. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. Of course, they've been scrambling a little bit where they were down in the ravine. Fred Hernandez back over towards the cart path. I think is going to go ahead and hit his shot. He's just outside of that pine straw under that tree. There's Fred. Tried to punch it out under that tree and see if it'll run up the green. But as dry as they are, you can see, yeah, that ball just keeps rolling. That's going to make it tough. Fred did a good job of punching that out under the tree, but just didn't.
You know, it's hard to get those to stop.
Yeah, you can't get a lot of backspin on it to make it slow down, so without getting under it and get some loft on the ball. And back to the right again, you can tell he says, ah. So just off down to the front side. At least he's close to the green. Again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors that help us out with our live streaming webcast.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a special thanks to Dreamscapes and Concho Bail Bonds and Suddenlink, Ameripride, Michelob Ultra, Chevrolet, of course, and many others. As we were talking, got the AB Distributing Taste Buds event, I believe, which is happening right now. So if you are going to that, don't forget to take us with you.
Yeah, come by, pick us up, please.
Absolutely. Or just at least open up our stream on your phone there and
Yeah, make
enjoy
sure that
us
you
while you enjoy some
pay attention. So
beer.
that's you there, Blake. Yeah.
Trying to line up the balls here. Make sure that they find their own.
Yeah, Blake, I guess they were looking for another one that went over. Maybe the sand trap. I didn't see another one. That was the one I think that we lost.
Yeah.
I didn't see where it come down. We didn't see that one, so.
So here's kind of a tricky stance we were talking about. It's a little off balance.
Oh. He was just hoping he'd hit the stick there, just trying to do that. Good effort from Blake, but again, just that stance is so tough to try and get the club under it and give it some loft so it doesn't blade it did. Fred Hernandez now from the back part of the green.
Oh, that's a nice touch there.
Good job. Soft hands. Getting it up, giving yourself a makeable putt. Long putt coming up the hill. Just not quite enough to get it up there.
Oh, that's a good roll right there. Couple inches off the top of the cup. And you see how far it can go past. And it's still fast. Getting a good look here as he tries to make his way back.
Good.
Nice roll.
Almost want to run down there and tell Fred it's straight. just hit it. It's okay.
You know, we've seen this so much today, and we've seen him, you know, miss by an inch here and there, and it is definitely a lot straighter than it looks to them, I believe.
Maybe if Fred was paying attention to our webcast earlier, he heard that.
He got the inside scoop there.
He did what everybody else did, thinking it's going to fall off to that left side, and it just does not break there at the hole the way everybody has read it. So again, tough pin position. We've talked about it all day, being right in the center of the green and on that ridge. It gives the appearance that that's going to fall off to the left when you're putting from this side, but it is a pretty straight putt. That's a good putt.
Great
right there.
putt there.
It's got to help that team of Ledesma and Ramon. They kind of scrambled to get that one in as it is. So.
Sounds like an airplane might be landing right on us.
I think that's actually a helicopter.
Is it?
No. Maybe. Maybe not. I didn't know we were scheduled for a flyover today. I know you had asked for it at one time.
I did.
As our coverage began, but
That putt there just barely missing.
Just from some of the body language of those guys, maybe not the best round today for them. But there's always tomorrow.
That is very true.
Always tomorrow. And you know, the crazy thing is we've seen before in this partnership tournament, guys that come out and maybe struggle the first day, and then all of a sudden the second and third day turn it on the second day and, you know, put themselves in contention close enough, and then on, you know, the championship Saturday, they come up with a great round and end up, you know, winning the whole thing, which is always amazing to me that, you know, when they start off as poorly as some of them have, to keep in it mentally and get back in the game.
Well, I tell you what, I think that's half of the battle right there is the mental game of it, you know, and you have a bad hole can turn into a bad round, and a bad round can turn into a bad tournament, you know, and I think it's coming back from that bad round and figuring out how to turn it around for the next time.
So our next group, Parker Hallmark, Brent Lee Wright, Paul Robinson, and Dustin Patterson. They're kind of in the trees on the right side of the fairway for us. The left side is they're coming up along the tree line there and along the fence line. One of the houses, I'm not sure if they've found that one over there. They're going to have to drop over there and that's what you were talking about earlier, Cody. You saw him just punch it out and get it back out in the fairway. That's leaving the testosterone in your bag.
Absolutely.
and playing with your head, being smart about it, knowing it's better just to punch it back out in the fairway and get yourself back into a good position, as opposed to trying to do more than you really are capable of and giving yourself a bad play.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's smart golf, you know, and like we were talking about earlier, bogeys can win tournaments, you know, and you'd rather take a bogey all day, every day than a double or a triple or even worse.
I do not like snowmen on my scorecard.
No.
However, I have seen a few.
They love me. Not a bad shot there at all. Left himself a little short over in the first cut, but we have seen some good putts from over on that side.
Yeah, it took a really big backswing. A lot of times, you know, when you're trying to loft the ball like that, some people don't really take that full backswing, and that leaves you a little short, but he did a good job of taking the full swing and following all the way through. Still left himself a little short, probably a little more of a loft wedge than what he should have used in that particular situation, but that's part of, you know, being amateur golfers, you know.
Yeah, and you know, something that goes along with that is ball striking. You know, you get a club out that should go a certain distance, and maybe you don't catch it as solid as you need to, and it doesn't go that distance, and then vice versa. You might get out and think, well, you know, I haven't been hitting this one solid. I'm going to drop a club so I can get extra distance. You end up catching that one super solid,
the right way,
and then you fly it, you know, and that, unfortunately, is part of being an amateur golfer.
Yeah, that's part of my golf game, because a lot of times when someone may be hitting a pitching wedge and I'm pulling out my 8 or my 7, because that's what I really want to, I know I'm going to get the distance out of, because I just don't hit my wedge that far. And they're like, you're going to hit a 7 here? And I'm like, yeah, because that's what's going to work for me.
Yep, I'm going to attempt to hit a 7 here.
That's
what
knowing your clubs and your abilities. So. Well, it smells like they've fired up whatever they're cooking for the players tonight behind us, because I'm smelling something good back there.
Absolutely, and I'm hoping that that is delivery.
Bentwood to go. Maybe on a little golf cart with a little sign on.
See See what he can do here coming over this bunker. That could be a very nice shot if it sticks.
That's a great shot. Just didn't release out of that first cut the way he probably wanted it a little higher than what he got it, but still, you know, great shot. Not scared of the bunker right there. He just played it really well. Again, this is Parker Hallmark, Brent Lee Wright, Paul Robinson, and Dustin Patterson. They've got a good little gallery, a little following here. I think that's Michael and Emily Brindley following them. Michael Brindley, a pretty decent little tennis player. He plays a lot of tennis out here at Bentwood in the league.
Right.
So, played Michael a few times. Pretty much lost every time I played with Michael.
Did you?
He's younger. I'll blame that.
Okay.
So,
As long as we had fun.
oh yeah, I always have a good time. Little punch.
And that ball just keeps on going.
Yeah, we've talked about it, you know, and talked about it earlier, how the greens were going to dry out, and they really have now, especially since we hit a record temperature for San Angelo today. So, look at this putt. Oh, and it just stayed up there. He thought he had nailed it. But again, that's kind of the same difference from what we've seen from this side. When they're putting back, they think it's going to drop to the left. I think he felt like it was going to fall back to his right just because of the slope of the green. But where that hole placement is, yeah, just not there.
Yeah, and I think missing that short one right there coming back, I think that was just a case of not really taking your time.
Yeah, being quick. Going up there, a little frustrated that you missed the long putt. So I'm just going to go up here and knock this in, and not paying close enough attention. So try to tell my partner now, this is where I missed it because it was wrong. Don't hit it here.
Do not do what I did. It looked like he had the line there, was just a little soft.
And I think, you know, obviously with the greens drying out, everybody's a little scared to hit it too hard because you don't want to run it past the hole and leave yourself. Is that inside the leather? Yes, thank you. That's what the mark is on the deal. He's like, yes, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. You know, like we were saying, you'd play through 18, and the greens have just been beating you up all day long. And it's hard to judge, you know? It's very easy to be timid. You know, another good putt there. Missed it by an inch on the outside.
Ah,
That's
see?
exactly that again right there.
Just a little scared of how fast they are now because they're so dry. Group of Parker Hallmark, Brent Lee Wright, Paul Robinson, and Dustin Patterson. So we got 9 groups left. It's the afternoon group that teed off on number 1. So next up we got Cody Cawley, Layman Cawley, Zach Burns, and Derek Cobb. That's Zach right there in the visor. His partner Derek Cobb. So looks like Zach yanked his drive to the far right side. Got some trees to deal with now. See how he plays it out of there. Tries to go up over him. Looks like he did. Just didn't have enough.
Yep, he did. He got over him. He just didn't have enough club behind it to carry him all the way here. But still, I mean, that leaves him open on that side, and he'll have a pretty easy approach coming in.
Yep.
Is this the first shot we're looking at? Is this the drive?
Or
is this the
Cody
second
Colley
shot?
can hit the ball pretty well. It's very possible that this is Cody's drive.
Could be a good shot right there.
Oh, very nicely done.
What a
Stuck
great
that on the
shot.
green. I'm sure he would have liked it to be about 5 feet farther and stick, but still it left himself, a good little uphill putt. But Cody looking like he's playing the 18 very well today.
Yeah, absolutely. And if that was his drive there, then that is the shortest birdie putt, I believe, that we're going to see today.
Mm-hmm.
Or have seen.
Maybe the only birdie we see today if Cody can pull that out of his hat. This is Derek Cobb now.
I think that might have gone in the bunker.
I did not see where it came down. Front side bunker possibly. So the Collies, Lehman and Cody, pulling up now in the white golf cart there. And Lehman saying, Cody, you're looking pretty good. Maybe I'll just let you finish out this hole.
Hey, if you finish that, I don't have to get out of the cart.
Yeah.
So.
I think Lehman's still going to play it, though. Because, again, it is partner golf. Cody could... We would hate for him to have a multiple putting session up here right now with a birdie attempt like that, but... Lehman backing away and going to let Zach go ahead and hit his shot.
That's not a bad shot at all right there. It's just, like we said, he carried it a little too far. And it definitely released and just carried all the way across the green.
Cody definitely laying 2 there, so that is a birdie putt. Watching his partner Lehman now. Not a bad up from him. I bet Cody wishes he would have given that a little less. He might let him putt that just so he can see what that kind of does before he putts his birdie attempt. Derek Cobb now from the sand, that front bunker. Good punch, just
Got a little too much of that one.
might have had too many Wheaties before he came out today.
Maybe he goes to CrossFit.
Yeah. I bet Cody and Lehman take a look at these putts all over the green before they try to do anything with it.
Absolutely. You want to make sure you get it from all angles, give yourself the best opportunity to secure that birdie, because as you know, watching this today, it will be our first one that we've seen.
Yep.
And as you were saying, David, in the past, 18 is an unforgiving hole. As easy as it looks, it is deceiving, and birdie's a great score.
Zach gonna go ahead and pull the flag. So Derek now.
Yeah, you're good. Oh, okay. Thanks.
Derek just sliding that pass, so Zach now trying to play from the far backside. Long putt, and again that's a scary one because of the speed.
You know, a couple inches turn into a couple feet there past the hole, and it can get away from you before you know it.
You know, Cody Colley waiting back there for his birdie putt. Do you ever get the feeling sometimes that I don't want to wait this long? I overthink it sometimes. That's always me. Sometimes
You
I
gotta
just
get
go,
out of your own head.
Yeah, I'm like, get out of my head, please.
That's good speed right there, and just off the edge. Nice roll, though. Here we go, and this is the closest birdie putt we've seen today. See if he can capitalize on this.
Oh, just left it a little firmer, and he might have had that. It just tailed off there at the end. So,
Yep.
But still a good par. Again, you know, no birdies today really on 18 at all. We have not seen one. So, for even for par, it's been tough to see a par most of the day.
Yeah, absolutely, and gimme par is something I'd take every hole.
Especially in this tournament, you always want the opportunity to stay close to that par. You know, get under when you can, but out in the fairway behind these guys, they're finishing up. We got Mitch Butler, Jerry Honesy, P.R. Braden, and Nathan Braden. Good finishing putt there from Derek Cobb. Hats off, handshakes, and enjoyed the round today with you gentlemen.
Get another look at the sportsmanship out there between all these guys.
And you know, most of these guys all play together at different times, noon games, Saturday games, that sort of thing, so they all know each other. Acquaintances at least, so.
You know, I never get invited to that noon game, David.
Nope. It's funny, we're usually working at that time.
Yeah, you know,
we might get a lunch break, but most of the time we're working.
occasionally.
So. All right, so I see one golfer out in the fairway just off the cart path. The others are over by the fences and trying to pick out their
pretty standard areas over there as we
has been on the 18th today.
You know, like you said, looks like we've got one ball out right in the dead center of the fairway. Shot from right here, just off the side of the fairway. Oh, and I think he ended up pulling that one.
Didn't quite make the trap, so.
No, but he was pretty much pin high. Had the distance, just
been a little more to his left. I think he'd been real happy with that shot, so.
but it looks like they're still trying to locate that ball over there on the fence.
They may just have to end up taking a drop. And we've seen that a couple times as well today. When they can't find it, it's ended up in a backyard. But back out in the fairway now. Second shot for this long drive. This
Didn't see where that one ended
I
up.
believe that's Mitch Butler. Mitch Butler, and then Jerry Honesy in the yellow shirt. So it's PR and Nathan Braden that are searching for their ball back there.
Looks like Nathan's got his. PR might still be looking for his back there.
Yeah, they just can't seem to find the one, I don't think, so. You know, that's the most frustrating thing for me ever, when I lose a ball that I know was somewhere in the fairway and it just gets down and nestles in that grass and you can't find it. Has nothing to do with me being old and my eyes going bad.
Okay. As long as we cleared that up.
I'm clarifying that right now.
Okay. See? I mean, that's the $1 million idea right there, David, is the golf ball with a GPS tracker in it, an app that tells you where it went.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how that would make the ball fly or if that would have any kind of bearing on it. So.
We'll get those kinks worked out.
Okay. We're going to take that on Shark Tank and present that to the Sharks?
Yep.
See if Mark Cuban will buy our idea. I'm going to take 5 clubs so I can decide which one I really want to hit with. I mean, we see that a lot because, you know, they decide, they get in front of something and they're like, well, is this what I really want to hit? No, I think I'm going to hit this. So I think the Bradens have figured out what they're going to do. Little punch. See if it'll hit and run. And sandy.
Yep, looks like Nathan is going to spend some time on that beach.
And not with the margarita in his hand.
No. I'm a little confused, though. Were we not looking for the other ball, PR's ball, on that side?
Well, I thought we were, but I guess they were over there on that side looking, and maybe they had just found that and they were going to go find Nathan's. So PR makes his approach coming up the tree line on the our right side, left side of the green. Now everybody still has a little work to do to get on the green.
Jerry's got his over here, just outside of that sand trap. A little bit of an awkward stance, but you know, the thing about this is if you can get the ball to release where you want it to from that side, it's pretty straight from where he is. So he doesn't have to contend with a lot of break coming out of there.
No. PR now. Nice shot from there.
And that's just a fantastic shot.
So that should be his third, right?
I believe he's got that left for par.
Left that for par.
Let's see what Mitch can do over here out of the sand.
Butler pops it out of the sand. Oh, look at this.
Good. Oh,
that is a great
close.
sand shot Mitch Butler hit right there. So
I think it's safe to say that those two shots might be the best shots from those locations we've had all day.
Yeah. Jerry Hohensee just chipping up onto the green from the other side now as Nathan gets ready to make his sand shot. There you can really see the lip there. That's where I was stepping down into earlier today.
That's deep.
When Kevin was helping, but I mean, yeah, it's a good 4 feet down in there. So you really got to pop it up, get that sand behind it. And then trying to get it to roll, you really got to get it to that green. If you get in that first cut, it's going to catch that ball and just keep it right there like Nathan's.
Yeah, and you know, from where he was, you know, that's not a bad out at all. He was pretty buried up against the lip.
Doing a little divot repair. I'm sure Kevin Collins appreciates that.
I'm just going to grab that pin for him. Get that out of the way. Everybody here can get a good look at it. We'll see what Nathan can do with this one right off the edge.
It's right on that ridge. Oh, hit something right there. He caught.
Definitely took a hop right there in the middle.
Not sure if that was a spike mark or what, but or if it was just sand. Might be sand from a sand shot earlier, but yeah, that was not smooth rolling at all. It's a tough break.
Roll from that side, and he misses it just to his bottom of the cup. Very nice roll, though. He had the speed down. Oh, and Mitch does the same thing there.
Didn't learn. Didn't learn from his partner.
That was a good putt right there. A PR to finish up their round.
Braden's and then Jerry Honesty and Mitch Butler. I would say out in the fairway, but these last few groups have not been in the fairway for these, so out on either.
I don't know if we can use that term.
Out on either side of the fairway.
There we go.
Robert Black, Eddie Shell, Kip Humphreys, and Brian Jones in these other groups coming up. They're looking at us. Actually, they're not. They're looking at the stick. Yeah. Got out their range finders so they can see just how far they are.
Looks like we got some people over just off to the side of the 18th over here, sitting down in the shade, enjoying the tournament as it goes by. I'll tell you what, it's actually really nice right now in the shade to sit down when that breeze comes through.
Yeah, it got a little breeze going, so it's helping out just a little bit. Did kick back up a little bit.
Little breeze and a couple Michelob Ultras over there. Have yourself a good time enjoying the rest of this tournament.
Still waiting for Kevin James to bring out the taste bud stuff from AB Distributing to finish that up. I know you're listening, Kevin, so just come on. Oh, yes, just been informed. I've been calling him wrong. It is Kevin Smith, not Kevin J.
Smith.
You know what it
Yes.
is?
You know,
Is
well,
I'm sleep deprived anyway, and then two, I was watching Paul Blart Mall Cop, which that is Kevin James. So that's why that's stuck
it
in
is.
my head.
That's very true, but
It is Kevin Smith. You are correct.
it's easy to be thrown because both are actually very famous names.
Yes.
Kevin Smith and Kevin James.
Your true statement. True statement. Again, this is the team of Robert Black, Eddie Shell, Kip Humphreys, and Brian Jones, making their way up the 18th now.
Have a shot off the ridge down there, right in the center.
He's just happy he found the shade. I think that's Robert Black right there.
Oh, and I tell you what, that one could be a little difficult coming past the green, probably about 20 yards. And he's on top of a hill back here. I can't tell from my angle, but he may have to contend with some low-hanging branches over there coming back.
And being where that is on the top of the hill and kind of buried in that grass, not the best lie.
No, that's a tough shot from back here. Looks like they're still trying to locate their ball over on this side. He may have an eye on it. And got a shot from out here in the center again. A little closer. He's probably a 9-iron, maybe a wedge out, depending on how he hits them. Looks like a pretty solid shot coming in.
Oh, he got a good kick off the first cut there. If it'll stay there. Still going to have some work coming up the hill, but pretty straightforward putt.
Yeah, that's not a bad shot at all, and I believe that will be another birdie attempt.
Should be, if that was his
I think.
second shot. So he should be line 2 right there.
May actually be for par.
Again, we have not seen a lot of birdie attempts at all today.
It looks like they're still trying to locate that ball over there. Maybe looks like they're leaving with a cart. It looks like he found it. He's going to get a read on it over here. Decide what he wants to do. I mean, he's got to go over the bunker. And then back here behind the hole, this is that shot we were talking about earlier coming off this hill. Oh, no.
Just too much. I mean,
Fortunately, yeah,
it's a tough lie. We talked about it and everything else. So
yeah, that's what can happen from back there. It's so hard to stop that. Now here, out in the thicker part of the rough, and kind of bladed that one.
well, you got a good bounce off I think the tree over here, because it dropped back into the sand trap right here behind us.
When I
Or
heard
right
it
in
hit
front
the
of
tree,
us. I think
didn't.
it smacked the tree and then kicked back into the sand. So since he was so long, it probably worked out in his best interest.
This is Kip Humphreys over here with his approach in. Ball ends up slowing down for him. That's not too bad there. He left himself about 8 feet.
Kip looks like he picked up a ball from putt-putt. One of those bright red ones. A lot easier to find, obviously.
Absolutely. Looks like, did Robert take your shirt, David?
Yeah, it's almost the same color as mine. Almost the same color.
And what a great roll from there. Got that one within a foot and a half, it looks like.
Eddie Shell coming over to the sand now once he got the good kick off the tree. Oh, and just didn't catch all of it out of the sand. Checking with his partner, Robert Black.
This is a makeable putt from down here. It's gonna slide just a little bit on him, but it is uphill. Looks like he's trying to get a good look at it here. Partner's helping him out, trying to give him a read on it.
Is it going to go this way? Is it going to go that way? What do you see? I see this. That's the conversations going on down there. Right here on this side. Hit it here. See if the putt-putt ball helps.
I think it's got to, right?
I mean, he is putting.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was the ball.
It's all about the putt-putt ball.
I think it is. I think we found the magic here. Great putt, though. Cleans that one up.
So that's Robert Black, Eddie Shell, Kip Humphreys, and Brian Jones. Finishing up their round today. Handshakes and we are 6 teams away from finishing up our coverage.
It looks like the next group we've got out there is Kerry Sartain, Jay West, Troyce Wilcox, and James McDuffel, if I'm correct.
Yeah, James McDuffie, and
McDuffie.
Actually his lovely wife is in charge of the bakery in Waco, Magnolia Bakeries.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she is the executive bakery chef. They moved a while back, but James obviously coming back to play. James also a great tennis player. Played James several times, unfortunately for me.
Jay West down in that group, pretty avid golfer himself.
Yeah, helping out with a lot of the Texas dual stuff with us as well when we were doing those coverage.
Which, speaking of, we have coverage of the third and fourth qualifiers still to come right here on Concho Valley Homepage. And then, of course, we'll have the coverage of that two-day championship tournament.
Pretty sure Kerry Sartain did not like that shot at all since he decided to use his club to...
That's always a telltale sign there, isn't it? Always better than beating the partner, though.
Yes, don't hit your partner with your clubs. So, do we have another candidate for best shorts of the day? I think that's James McDuffie. Yeah, he likes to... Yeah, that's James.
Good-looking ensemble down there.
James always likes to bring out the plaid shorts.
Looks like that shot there. I couldn't see if that dropped into the bunker or if that hung in the thick cut. And you know, there may be something to it there, David. Golf could be a game that is highly dependent on your look.
That's what I always try to do. I always try to dress like I look like I know what I'm doing on the golf course.
Appearance is half the battle.
It's called the intimidation factor. You know, people think, and then they see me swing the club and they're like, not intimidated. So, at all. At all. This is Troyce Wilcox playing with Kerry Sartain. This looks like he's going to stay on that side. Try he does, maybe, but it's going to be a tough shot from there. Maybe coming just over the edge of that bunker.
Yeah, that takes a touch from that side coming back.
McDuffie now. He's a big man. Doesn't take a lot of swing. And just down off the front edge of the green right there. Right on the front edge of the green. So a lot of work for James from there.
He definitely leaves himself a lot of green to cover coming back. But it is uphill. That should go left to right, I believe, from that side.
We've seen all kinds of reads and thought processes of putts on the 18th today that none of them have really worked so far yet.
Well, you know, David, they haven't asked us yet. And I don't know why they haven't come up here to get our advice.
Because we're not good enough golfers, Cody. That would be...
And say a valid point.
Mm-hmm. Jay West coming to his ball. Kerry Sartain out there just in front of that front side bunker.
I think he's just short of the bunker out there, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. He's not down in the bunker. He's just short of it in the grass. Got over the edge of it, but just didn't leave it up high enough where it was going to trickle towards the hole.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not real happy with that club as he sends it back to the cart
He said, go back to your home club.
by itself. So now over here, Carrie's partner, Choice Wilcox, coming over the edge of that. Look at this shot. Nicely done.
Very nice shot right there.
Jay West should be playing out of this bunker next.
We'll see how Jay handles this being so close to the lip there.
McDuffie has a lot of work for that putt, but that's a birdie putt for him, if I'm thinking correctly. Jay West with a very good out right there. That was just great work.
Yeah, that's a great touch right there. He left himself about 3 feet coming back. I think he'll be able to tidy that one up pretty easily. I'm going to pull the pin for him here, and this is a birdie putt, as you were saying. Long putt, but definitely makeable. I think he might have just underestimated the distance there a little bit, knowing that that putt is uphill pretty much all the way and right at the end of the last few feet. Carrie's going to give this a go here.
See what he can do. Oh, just did not break for him.
James is going to be out next. Taking a look at his putt here. He's going to have Jay take a look at what he thinks. Just off the outside of the cup there. That's Troyce Wilcox, just missing that one. Couple inches off the bottom of the hole. Looks like we've got Jay West now. Gonna finish up this hole.
Good putt by Jay to finish up.
Nice putt.
All right, so back out. Let's see, do we have another group coming right now? That may just be some gallery folks coming up the way, it looks like. Why don't we take a quick break, thank some of our sponsors, and we'll finish out our coverage here in just a moment.
At Concho Bail Bonds, we have an honest, friendly, and professional staff with over 40 years of experience. We understand that if you or a loved one needs our help, you want fast and efficient service that you can trust. That's why at Concho Bail Bonds, we are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. with easy payment plans, and we accept all major credit cards. Y habla español. At Concho Bail Bonds, it is better to know us and not need us than to need us and not know us.
We know Texas weather is different from the rest. That's why you should trust the KSAN-Concho Valley Storm Team.
We were born and raised in the great state of Texas.
And that makes us better prepared to keep you ahead of the storm.
Whether it's winter weather, severe storms, or extreme heat.
We know this weather because we've lived this weather.
Trust the KSAN-Concho Valley Storm Team to keep you ahead of the storm every day.
My father passed his truck down to me. That's the same thing I want to do with you.
It's an emotional thing to watch a child grow up, and especially get behind the wheel.
I want to keep, stacking up the memories and the miles and the years.
He's going to get mine, but I'm going to get a new one.
When it's time for your old Chevy truck to become their new Chevy truck, there's Truck Month. Get 18% of MSRP cash back on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Texas Edition pickups. That's $9,000 on this Silverado. Plus, during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
San Angelo now under a very real threat. Severe thunderstorm warning coming in from the north side.
And we are also looking for the potential of hail coming from this storm as well, waiting for confirmation either.
We're getting reports of quarter-sized hail and wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour.
Right, thanks. 80 mile an hour, quarter-sized hail. All right, guys, we got to cut in immediately. Thanks. Good evening, Concho Valley. Thanks for staying with us. Breaking news, a severe thunderstorm warning has been...
I'm Tommy Clark, General Manager of AmeriPride Services. As a native of San Angelo, I appreciate the sense of family that exists here. AmeriPride considers our customers our family. Thank you for choosing AmeriPride Services for your uniform and linen needs.
Remain informed on breaking news with the updated Concho Valley homepage app. Now containing severe weather alerts, push notifications, extended weather forecasts, and more. Download the Concho Valley homepage mobile app today. Available on iPhone, iPad, and Android.
Cake's here.
Oh. You know what doesn't make sense? What we're paying for just satellite TV, I think we could be getting TV and internet from Suddenlink for less.
It's just not right.
Can I see my cake, please?
Switch to Suddenlink and get TV and internet for less. It just makes sense. Call 877-733-1324.
It's hard work and sacrifice and never even thinking twice, and it's waving at people you don't know. Cause that's how we're born and how we're raised. The Concho Valley is our place. It's cheering for the blue and the gold. Local is your neighbors, local is your friends, local is a place you've always been. Then I love the way KSAN's local every day.
Welcome to Dreamscapes, the Concho Valley's premier outdoor living design center. Choose from a variety of custom outdoor fire pits, pergolas, and other outdoor accessories to help complement your outdoor style. We sit down with you to help design your dream outdoor living space. We offer a wide variety of grills to choose from, including pellet grills, gas, charcoal, and ceramic, along with all the extra amenities to complement that new grill. Visit us today so we can get started on bringing your outdoor living space to reality. Right here at Dreamscapes, located at 3602 South Chad.
There's the storm. There's the warning. It covers Paint Rock. It covers areas north of Eden. Exactly on the 1-year anniversary. I don't know what the odds are on that. We'll do the calculations later. Power going out again. I don't even know what count that is. Maybe 12 or 13. That'll be 13. 14. Okay.
Welcome back to our coverage of the 2018 Bentwood Men's Partnership Golf Tournament here at Bentwood Country Club. Been here all afternoon since 2 o'clock, and we'll do that over the next couple of days. Cody Brown, David Wagner with you. Had Kevin Collins on here earlier. We got rid of him, and so now we have a good broadcast team. And I'm just kidding.
I miss Kevin.
Got to give Kevin a hard time. So yeah, I always enjoy Kevin helping us out. So this is Todd Moore, Chris Acevedo, Foster Allen, and Kyle Jackson finishing out their round. They teed off number 1 right around 2 o'clock, which would have been about hot 30.
Yeah. Just about. I tell you what, as we move into the evening here and the sun's getting a little lower, I mean, we've been kind of spoiled all day because we've been up here in the shade with a little bit of a breeze. But I tell you what, out there on the course, it's just been brutal as we're just breaking records out here with a 108-degree day.
Hottest day on record for San Angelo.
Look at this shot right here. What a great shot.
It was very nicely done.
Leaves himself about 3 feet there to clean up.
It's Todd Moore.
Look at it here from behind the green. He's on the first cut.
Give us a real good opportunity to see exactly what this ball does right here. The line, well, it fell off just the speed.
Yep.
But again, just with as fast as these greens have become as they dry out, everybody's a little tentative. Chris Acevedo now.
Maybe a little bit of a misread there, or he just thought it was going to do more than that. Getting a look at that putt there, though. Yeah, Foster may have a pretty good read on it. Really good roll there. Very nice touch.
Just left it a little short. Good finishing putt there from Todd Moore.
Let's see if Chris can clean this one up. Just off the edge there.
His partner go ahead and finish out, so oh, just snuck that in there. That kind of fell off a little more than we've seen from that position.
Yeah, it really did. As they're going off, I tell you what, if we can take a look again at this flyover shot of 18, we'll just take one more look while we're waiting on the next group to come through. Kind of take a couple different looks at this hole. Maybe see what these guys see as they're on the tee box.
Yeah, I mean the 18th, you can see it here. There's you know, a shot from yesterday, the group of the tee box. So as you make your way down, it kind of dog legs back to the left right there. And it's not a big dog leg, but from where the tee box sits and where there's some trees placed, you want to try and land it right there in that middle portion of the fairway right now. We've seen a lot of guys who have hit it. You can kind of see that white speck in the middle of the fairway right there on the left. And a lot of those guys, that's that hump that we talk about to the right there. A lot of times that's where they're placing some of their drives, but then their second shot as they follow on into the green, you know, it becomes tough from where they're playing right there. But there's a good overhead look at the green, the front side bunker, the back side bunker. It's really, the 18th is a great hole, and it's been really nice for us to have our coverage here for the last several years. You know, there was a few years that we were out on one of the par threes on the back side of the course, but being here now on the 18th as folks are finishing up for the day, it's been really great, and you know, it's just a great hole to finish on, and it's tough for everybody. And so,
yeah, absolutely, and you can kind of see from these overhead views we were talking about when you're on those sides, you know, from this view here that you see, it looks like it's just completely full of trees all the way down. But when you're actually out there, you do have some openings. So, you know, it's not the end of the world if you do get on those sides. You just always prefer to be on your right side off the tee box as you're coming into this green because of the bunker placement.
Yeah, it's one of those things that if you can keep it in the middle, you're fine, because it's pretty open. The 18th is pretty open. I mean, there's trees that line it both sides, but if you can stay down the middle, then you're going to have a pretty good, probably a decent score, if not par. I mean, you have an opportunity to birdie. We've seen a few birdie opportunities today. No one has finished one off just yet for us. So, but it's been a fun day so far, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups left. 4 groups left to finish up our coverage today. Waiting on, I guess this is Brandon Kane, Brandon Farmer, Greg Hengeli, and Cheney McBay, as they should be making their way hopefully off number 17 and onto the 18th tee box fairly soon. But, you know, again, the tournament itself has become such an event, and Kevin talked about this earlier. They have really tried to make everything that happens at Bentwood an event. And having the paint and sip tonight for the ladies, I know I noticed a couple of the golfers that we saw earlier today were cleaned up and showered and in their cars driving back by with their wives looking all nice, and so I'm sure they're dropping them off at the paint and sip event and then going on over to the rest of the partnership events for the gentlemen. You know, obviously food and that sort of thing. And if you want to participate in some of the activities, they're going to have the Calcutta here in just a little bit as well, where you can you know, buy a team. If you saw someone that was playing today that you'd like to take a chance on, you can do that, and they'll do that inside the clubhouse here in a little bit. And a lot of those folks, that's another reason they go home and clean up and come in, because they're going to be sitting in close proximity with other folks, and they don't want to smell like we do from being out here all day in the heat and everything else.
David, I have a question for you.
Yes.
If I was playing...
Oh, that wasn't... Sorry.
Oh, all right. Well, that
I just
answers
answered.
it. Thank
so
you.
What?
I appreciate that. So if I was playing out here, would you take a chance on me? Would you purchase my team?
It depends on which flight you were playing in. If you were in the championship flight, definitely not. I would not get you in the championship flight. If there was a, how should we say, lower flight, I might try. We'll see.
Okay. That's fair.
Might see if I can get in a bidding war with someone over you.
Hey, there you go. There you go. It's happened before.
And then bail out at the end and make them pay a lot for you.
You're just going to run it up.
Yeah. Gonna ride it up.
Oh, man.
So.
Well, I tell you what, while we wait for this last team to come up here and finish up their rounds on 18, we're only waiting on a few teams to come here. Looks like 4 groups left, so 8 teams total. And that, of course, is out of, gosh, over 200 players in this tournament for these 3 days. So it's just been great. But while we wait for them to come up, why don't we take a short break again, and we will be back with you in just a bit.
At Concho Bell Bonds, we have an friendly and professional staff with over 40 years of experience. We understand that if you or a loved one needs our help, you want fast and efficient service that you can trust. That's why at Concho Bell Bonds, we are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, with easy payment plans, and we accept all major credit cards. Y habla español. At Concho Bell Bonds, it is better to know us and not need us than to need us and not know us.
We know Texas weather is different from the rest. That's why you should trust the KSAN-Concho Valley Storm Team.
We were born and raised in the great state of Texas.
And that makes us better prepared to keep you ahead of the storm.
Whether it's winter weather, severe storms, or extreme heat.
We know this weather because we've lived this weather.
Trust the KSAN-Concho Valley Storm Team to keep you ahead of the storm every day.
My father passed his truck down to me. That's That's the same thing I want to do with you.
It's an emotional thing to watch a child grow up, and especially get behind the wheel.
I want to keep, stacking up the memories and the miles and the years.
He's going to get mine, but I'm going to get a new one.
When it's time for your old Chevy truck to become their new Chevy truck, there's Truck Month. Get 18% of MSRP cash back on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Texas Edition pickups. That's $9,000 on this Silverado. Plus, during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
San Angelo now under a very real threat. Severe thunderstorm warning coming in from the north side.
And we are also looking for the potential of hail coming from this storm as well, waiting for confirmation either.
We're getting reports of quarter-sized hail and wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour.
Right, thanks. 80 mile an hour, quarter-sized hail. All right, guys, we got to cut in immediately. Thanks. Good evening. Thanks for staying with us. Breaking news, a severe thunderstorm warning has been...
I'm Tommy Clark, General Manager of AmeriPride Services. As a native of San Angelo, I appreciate the sense of family that exists here. AmeriPride considers our customers our family. Thank you for choosing AmeriPride Services for your uniform and linen needs.
Remain informed on breaking news with the updated Concho Valley homepage app. Now containing severe weather alerts, push notifications, extended weather forecasts, and more. Download the Concho Valley homepage mobile app today. Available on iPhone, iPad, and Android.
Cake's here. Oh.
You know, it doesn't make sense. What we're paying for just satellite TV, I think we could be getting TV and internet from Suddenlink for less.
It's just not right.
Can I see my cake, please?
Switch to Suddenlink and get TV and internet for less. It just makes sense. Call 877-733-1324.
It's hard work and sacrifice, and never even thinking twice, and it's waving at people you don't know. Cause that's how we're born and how we're raised. The Concho Valley is our place. It's cheering for the blue and the gold. Local is your neighbors, local is your friends, local is a place you've always been. Then I love the way KSAN's local every day.
Welcome to Dreamscapes, the Concho Valley's premier outdoor living design center. Choose from a variety of custom outdoor fire pits, pergolas, and other outdoor accessories to help complement your outdoor style. We sit down with you to help design your dream outdoor living space. We offer a wide variety of grills to choose from, including pellet grills, gas, charcoal, and ceramic, along with all the extra amenities to complement that new grill. Visit us today so we can get started on bringing your outdoor living right here at Dreamscapes, located at 3602 South Chad.
There's the storm. There's the warning. It covers Paint Rock. It covers areas north of Eden. Exactly on the one-year anniversary. I don't know what the odds are on that. We'll do the calculations later. Power going out again. I don't even know what count that is. Maybe 12 or 13. That'll be 13. 14. Okay.
Thank you for joining us back here at the 2018 Men's Partnership at Bentwood Country Club. David Wagner and myself, Cody Brown, are here wrapping up our coverage as we have 4 groups left to come in up through 18. We got our next group here.
That was Greg Hengeli in the shorts and the darker shirt just teeing off.
It looks like with him we've got Brandon Farmer and Cheney McBee and Brandon King.
I'm seeing Brandon Kane on the box.
I believe this is Cheney here setting up his shot.
looked like a pretty good drive, but the way they're looking looks like it may be off to the left side.
That's what it's looking like from here. I didn't see exactly where it went, but like you said, and kind of the way they were all gazing over there, I don't know if he's going to be happy with that one.
Brandon Kane now stepping up on the tee box. That far right side. Brandon, his dad, Kane Electric. Played soccer with Brandon a few times.
Did you win?
He should probably kick it. No, he's on my team.
Oh.
Brandon's got a powerful leg. Great soccer player. Him and his wife, Hannah, actually DJ'd their wedding. So.
Oh, there you go.
Good group. Good group of people.
Multi-talented Mr. Wagner.
I try to follow Kevin Collins as much as possible. Of course, you know, he is a talented musician, and his band Boogie Town, which won the Blues Festival this year, will be playing out here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
After the tournament coverage finishes up. If you have not heard Boogie Town, they're really good. So
They really are.
They're actually
And,
putting an album together too.
That's what I hear.
I know.
And it's not just because, I mean, we tolerate Kevin.
No.
But, you know, he actually is a pretty good musician.
He is a heck of a guitarist. I keep trying to tell him to teach me how to play the guitar, and I think he just knows that it would be too hard to teach me anything.
Looks like we had a pretty good looking drive right there. That one ended up good ways down here. It is in the first cut, just off the fairway, but pretty much positioning. You'll have a real good look at that one coming in.
So, Brandon Kane, Brandon Farmer, Greg Hengeli, and Cheney McVeigh making their way up the 18th. There's this group and 3 more to finish up our first day coverage of the 2018 Men's Partnership. Looks like they're kind of playing cart golf. They're all going to the left as they come up. I think we all drove over here.
Looks like a couple of them are going to end up over on their left side, over in those trees. So we'll see what kind of play they opt to make. Yeah, just such a tough spot from over on that side. And it does look like they're taking a look over into the backyards over there. I don't know if someone's just grilling some burgers or if they're looking for their ball.
Yeah, I think unfortunately they're looking for a drive. Or they're trying to decide, is this Bermuda or zoysia grass in their backyard? Because it looks really great. Are they watering more than twice a week?
You know, sometimes you just have to take your shoes off and give it a walk, David.
That's right. Hop that fence and see if it's Bermuda.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Kevin Collins did say that we need to take our shoes off and get in people's backyards.
No, he said you are not allowed to do that.
Oh, okay. We're not allowed to do that.
I think they found the neighbor, though. It looks like the neighbor's in the backyard. Hey, is this my ball? He's going to come out and help him. Fine now.
I think he might keep it. Souvenir from the Men's Partnership here. I'd get him to sign it myself.
Yeah. Will you autograph this for me?
Absolutely.
They're sitting out on this backyard having a oh, that's Michael Brenly.
Is it?
I didn't know Michael and Emily were down there. It's like, hey, here's your ball.
Yeah, you could bring it up here and have us sign it. A little collector's edition ball.
It looks like Brandon. That was where Brandon went. And so Michael and Greg and go, hey, anything else you've seen? A handshake, buddy? You got a Michelob Ultra back here?
It's good sport right there, giving his ball back.
Told you, Mike's a good guy.
He is.
Good guy. Oh.
I think he might have.
I did not see him hop that fence.
I did not approve that.
Any way, shape, or form. Kevin Collins, if you're listening.
Yes.
Did not see that.
We did not say that was okay.
date myself and do a Sergeant Schultz. I see nothing. It looks like maybe someone's going back maybe to take another
tee off again
shot.
here?
Yeah, so have to take a stroke penalty, and I mean, just depending on, I guess, what their partners are doing, you have to do that sometimes if y'all are both end up out of bounds and struggling. I think that's Brandon Kane that went back. So, hey.
Tell you what, it doesn't get much better from on that side where he left that one.
Playing over those trees, and yeah, that's for sure Brandon Kane, who made his way back to the tee box. So the guys are just kind of hanging out over there with Michael Brindley in his backyard. Brandon's going to tee up another one and hit a second tee shot. Of course, I'm sure that'd be a stroke penalty for him.
Yeah, it will, and that's it's a long attempt for birdie from where he is right now.
I told him he should have kicked it. That one looks like it leaked more out to the right.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he was happy with that one either.
Brandon Farmer walking along by himself saying, "Hurry up with the cart, Kane." It's too hot for me to walk. Greg and Cheney make their way up. Of course, they have a nice shot on the green. Oh, there's a squirrel.
Got a little friend out there joining us.
Fan of our coverage.
Absolutely.
Can't see him for the tree now. Spider squirrel. Spider squirrel. Oh, sorry.
Just hope that kangaroo doesn't steal any of those balls.
So it looks like Farmer now trying to figure out what he's going to do from his position. I wonder, even after that drive, that second drive of Brandon Kane's, if he just picked it up and put it in his pocket as he came back up. Going to let his partner play this hole out. Nathan, our cameraman down there, trying to get out of the way.
He's kind of right in the thick of it.
So Brandon Farmer now, trying to help his team out.
Looked like that one started to his left.
Yeah, he flew the green.
Yeah, he just had too much of it there. Looked like maybe it was one club too long.
Brandon Kane giving him a fist bump anyway. He's like, well, you know, it's better than what I am.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he had a great line there.
So there's Greg and Gelly. That's a great shot by Nathan out there in the fairway trying to. And he's playing around that tree. From our vantage point, he really has a good little opportunity to do it. He's just going to have to draw it around it, hitting out of that mulch. And that's really a great shot from that position. Even get it on the green and
Yeah, that really was. Didn't have the best of lies and had to go around the side of that tree. Like you said, even to get it up on the green is just a great touch.
Good job by Greg Hingali. Well, the teams of Brandon Kane and Brandon Farmer, Greg Hingali and Cheney McVeigh making their way up to the green now. Finish out their 18 holes today. Little explanation from Kane and Farmers. They walk up. They were doing really good until about 2 holes ago. Those last 2 holes always get you.
You know, I know from experience, David, that a lot of times that's when the sun and the alcohol combine forces.
Late in the day, yeah. If you're not drinking enough water, especially on these days, you're going to be hurting a little bit, so. That's really a great shot from back there. We haven't seen really anything that has not run past the hole from that position today.
Yeah, no, that really was a nice touch by Brandon to get it up there and leave himself just a few feet to clean up. Should be a very makeable par putt for him. Let's see what Greg's going to do with his putt from over here. He's got a lot more green to work with.
Greg with that great shot coming around the tree out there in the fairway.
I don't think that one's going to get there and come up just short. And leave himself a few feet to close out. Another pretty good long putt here.
Cheney McVeigh. Just left it short. I think they're all a little scared of how fast these greens really are.
You know, like we said before, it's really easy to do by the end of your day out here. Gonna get another read out of here. I believe he's still out. Good looking putt there to finish it up.
Sure, and you can see out behind him in the fairway other carts making it up. That's Travis Moreland, Todd Petty, Monty Edie, and Brian Adams. Of course, Todd Petty, the Texas Tech women's golf coach. Tennis coach. Has done a great job with that women's tennis program. Kevin talked more about that, but Todd, long time tennis rat up here at Bentwood, and went off and got his degree in Now doing great things with the Texas Tech women's tennis program. Good putt
nice
there.
Putt there to secure that par for Brandon and his team.
Canyon Farmer and Gil finishing up. Brandon giving us the little joke right there. What? Yeah, he said it was a little rough after the last 2 holes. So there's Todd Petty. He's the one in the back of the golf cart there, telling his partner, yeah, the pink, that's Todd. And that's Travis Moreland with him. Looks like these last few groups are playing pretty close together, because you can see the other guys already back up on the tee box behind them. Kimbo Hudson, Tommy Talbert, Lewis Connor, and Rick Mashburn. Travis with his second shot here. Just on the green, but down there kind of, have we dubbed that the pit of misery yet?
I think we need to.
Because...
And like we talked about before, when your drive ends up on that side of the fairway, it's the safe spot to be.
Yeah.
Is down there in that side of the green. It really is. And, you know, you're going to see a lot of guys end up down there because of the bunker placement.
Little punch shot. I don't know if that was Monty Edie or Brian Adams right there, but a little punch shot out. Get back out in the fairway just about, maybe 20 yards off the front of the green.
Looks like he's checking his range down there, trying to decide on what club to go with.
I think someone has it out for Nathan down there. Everybody's been trying to get it close to him, apparently.
I think we need to
maybe
put Nathan in a bubble. That's pretty dangerous down there.
One of those running bubble things that you do. You play. What's that?
Yeah. There he is. Nathan down there having a good time.
Mm-hmm. Getting us good shots there. Edie and Adams. See how they do under the pressure of having a camera right there on top of them.
Well, you know, he's kind of in some dirt over there.
Gonna want it to stick to something.
Needs that ball to stop. That one's gonna go.
I think he's playing from cameraman to cameraman, because there's Jim Broom. Yeah, you can see Jim on our webcast now.
Oh.
Jim finding that shot right there in front of him. So.
Well, you know, if he wants to hang out with the cameraman more, he can always apply out at the station.
Yeah, talk to Lynn Martinez, chief engineer and production manager.
May I have a spot for you?
Yep. May not pay really great, but
hey, you get to hang out with these guys.
This is Todd Petty now out in the fairway there. Pink shirt.
He's got a good looking approach right here. It's going to be pretty straightforward. He's going to want to drive that ball all the way up to the ridge and then let it release. And he came up just short.
And just
ran
didn't
that
get enough
first
at
cut.
the kick and roll the way he wanted it to. Back towards that hole. Should have put some topspin on it like he does with his forehand.
I know I've mentioned it a few times out here, but you know, it is quite gorgeous out here at Bentwood Country Club. Especially in the evenings when the sun's setting. It's just a nice place to be.
They've done a lot of great stuff out here with the club over the last several years. Kevin and the staff out here really tried to make it a family-friendly environment, obviously with all their additions to the pool and the turf field that they've done, the fitness center, trying to give options for everybody. So here we are now on the back side of the green. People are trying to golf. Keep your diesel down. Oh, that was a great shot.
It's the pin.
Almost dropped in the hole right there. What a great shot from back here. Thought we were going to have some jumping up and down from Monty and Brian right there.
I know I would have been. I mean, that's probably the best shot we've seen from back here. And I want to say if the flag wasn't in, he probably would have drained it.
Might have dropped on in there.
It looked like he hit it pretty center.
Todd Petty now just off the green. Broke a lot more than you thought, didn't it, Todd? He's looking at it like, what?
Yeah, I don't think he expected that kind of break from there.
It's Petty trying to help out his partner, Travis Moreland, now. Look right here on this ridge. Maybe right about here. And fall back in the hole.
This is a pretty long putt here. Gave it a good roll.
Travis gave it a goodie, but it just did not break back that way.
It didn't come back. Not a bad leave, though. Left himself 3 or 4 feet to come back. He should be able to finish that one up.
Yeah. At least he can smile about it a little bit. He realized, I gave it a good run, but
one's going to come up just short. Good line, though. He had the read.
Yep.
Nice putt coming up the hill. From this side, if it does anything, it's probably going to go a little left or right. Lined up here.
He likes it.
And he got it.
I think he touched every part of the cup there as it rolled around and then
went
dropped
around
in.
the world in there, didn't he? I think he liked that one as soon as he hit it. You saw him kind of start walking forward.
Yeah.
I think he knew that one was going in.
You always can kind of tell when you hit the putt the right way, so. Todd Petty now. That cross grip. Nice putt to finish out there, Todd.
Handshakes all around as these guys finish up this Thursday. Got 2 days left in their tournament. Now, relax and prepare for those next 2 days.
Back out in the fairway now, Kimbo Hudson, Tommy Talbert, Lewis Connor, and Rick Mashburn. Just 2 more groups left. Finish up our day 1 coverage here on Concho Valley Homepage of the 2018 Bentwood Men's Partnership. Again, we appreciate everybody sticking with us today as we have began our coverage of the 3-day tournament. Excited about finishing up everything.
Looks like we got a couple balls out here right in the fairway, looking in pretty good position.
And then we've got some folks
nevertheless over here
checking out someone's barbecue in their backyard again on the far side over there.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to tell them they're letting the players eat over here once they get done. Yeah, you don't have to barbecue at the house.
Yeah, dinner's not down over the fence. It's up here.
Not a bad looking second shot coming right up the fairway, just short.
Be a little short, but you should have a pretty good approach from right there. Try and get up and down and save par.
A couple more balls in the fairway there for second shots.
Good looking swing right there.
Kind of looking to the right, and that's where it ended up, right down there. And
yeah, dead zone.
The pit of misery.
The pit of misery.
As we have deemed it. Because putting from there has been misery for everyone.
It's been miserable.
There's not been a dilly-dilly yet from there.
It's like a magnet down there, isn't it?
It has been today.
I hate to say it, but this one may kick down there as well.
Oh, he got a good roll out of that. It's going to get him, I think he had just enough to get him almost up to the ridge. If it stays there, it looks like it's going to hang on.
It's not too bad right there. Looks like it held pin high. And as we know from on that side, it's pretty straight, actually. He's got pretty good distance left for him, but there's not too much break in that putt. Looks like he checked his range here and chose his club. See if he can put one up there within a couple feet.
He sculled it.
Yeah.
I bet that ended up in the trap over there where he hit it. He's Just kind of, it's almost like he lifted his head trying to look at the shot, and
I believe this is his third shot here. So he needs to get up and down for par.
nice smooth swing there.
That could be close.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Needs to hold.
Slow down a little bit.
Not too bad.
Nope. See our final group up on the tee box back behind these guys. So that's Johnny Parker, Tony Harrison, Melvin Hill, and Lance Carr. They'll finish out our round today. They teed off at 2:36 on number 1. This group here of Hudson, Tolbert, Connor, and Mashburn teed off at 2:28.
I got a shot coming out of the bunker over here.
Good out.
Unfortunately, that ball's just going to run and run. Nice clean out of the sand, though.
So here's that long putt from down under once again.
It is definitely overseas down there.
We have seen this putt a lot today, and most of them have left it short.
I think that one's going to come up short the same way.
Yeah, he knew it when he hit it too. You could tell just by his body language. Little plumb bob. Mark it and remark it.
Be a good roll right there.
That was a great putt. That was a lot more aggressive than we've seen from anybody else today. He didn't leave it short. Just slid to the right just a little bit.
Yup, the only thing better than that putt is when it goes in.
Yeah, exactly. When it drops in that cup.
Oh, and that was another really good roll from back here. And it's what we've seen all day. It's just an inch off on the right side of the cup.
I think so many of them felt like it's just going to drop in on that ridge is farther down the green than it really is, because it's sitting up on top of the ridge, and so it's not allowing for the balls to fall down. You just push that putt right in there. Very nicely done.
Not bad at all. One last putt here for this group to close out their first day. And it's just off the top side. Looks like we've got our last group of the day here coming up, and I'd like to say that they're going to be right in the middle of the fairway, but it looks like we're over off into the left side. We may have one.
Looks
out
like
there,
there's
though.
one ball just that maybe made it right over that ridge, but they're going to the backyards that a lot of folks have been at. Michael and Emily Brindley's house over there, it looks like, and
I'm telling you, they need to quit cooking or handing out beers over there because they're distracting all the golfers over
maybe
there.
sitting out on their back porch. I can't quite make it. Maybe they are having dinner and drinks, or
they're having something.
Maybe I should text Michael. Michael, what are y'all doing in your backyard over there? Because people seem to keep coming over there. Let me see if I can get a response.
We might just need to send the crew down there and take a look. So we do have one group staying down on that side, trying to find their ball. We've got our other group on the opposite side over there. I'm going to try and find a couple of their drives. Now it looks like we've got that group going across to the other group.
Yep.
To maybe help them out.
Always.
Say, hey, if I can't find my own, maybe I can go help you find yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like they might have found one over here, this side. Looks like he's going to line this one up, and I believe from where he is over there, I think he has an out, and I honestly think he's got options. I think he can go high or low.
Yeah, you can either punch through the trees low there's an option to get you back out on the fairway over the trees if he's going to try and get it to the green. It looks like that was the option he went for. He's looking up, just doesn't know where it's going to land. I think, unfortunately, he found the trap on that front side.
I think he did. It's just a little off because it looked like he did have enough club, and he got out and over, and I think he ended up just being 15 yards left of the pin, which put him right in that trap.
So this is Johnny Parker, Tony Harrison, Melvin Hill, and Lance Carr, our last group of the day, as we finish up our first day coverage of the 2018 Bentwood Men's Partnership. The guys coming in, and obviously it's shaded all the way across the fairway now, so sun's starting to drop. I'm sure they're not too upset about the shade at this point.
It looks like our crew is loving it down there, David. He's got a good look at it over here. I believe he's going to stay low.
Yeah, he punched it.
And he did have an opening over there.
Yeah. just really can't slow it down when you do that. I mean, you really have to almost hit it on the slope of the green to get it to stop. So he's left himself some work from the backside.
Now this shot right here is not easy, David. This is gonna be, has to stay low.
Yeah.
Around the trees.
And he punched it through there, hopefully gets a decent bounce off the cart path. Didn't really, it got hung up in that second cut of the grass and stopped it way short of the green.
Yeah, just reached out and grabbed it there. Didn't let it go any further.
And as this our last group is finishing up, don't forget results of the first round will be posted here on Concho Valley homepage. You can go online there and see all the results from all the different flights. See where everybody stands, and maybe before you do some bidding in the Calcutta, you know who the good golfers are and who the not. So. Coming out of the sand on that front bunker. That was a really good one. I thought he was going to fly that in the hole.
Yeah, it looked like that's what it was headed for there. Pretty clean out of the sand. It's just so hard to stop these balls on these greens once they get started.
Another good out, but again, just like you said, it's just tough to stop it, so. How hard this Bentwood crew works to keep this going throughout the tournament. Back down the fairway, you can already see one of the greens guys down there with his mower getting ready to start grooming the 18th as soon as this group gets off. Getting ready for tomorrow's play, so there he is down there, patiently waiting.
Yeah, and you know, they definitely work hard out here, and it's a testament to the course. You know, if you come out here and play, you can just tell everything's kept very well. It's very nice, and that's what makes this course so enjoyable out here to play. Good looking roll right there. Just going to come up a little short. Not a bad leave, though. Let's see here if this is going to be his last putt of the day.
just left it up on that front side.
Yeah, and, you know, it looked like that ball almost took a little bit of a hop on him.
We've seen that. I don't know if that's some spike marks on the green or just, you know, divots that people haven't repaired, what it is. But I've seen a couple of balls hop on a few of the putts today. And the Brinleys back down there in their yard asking us to come down and have a beverage with them. Everybody else has been stopping down there, and maybe that's why we figured out what they're doing.
I think we've solved the mystery now.
Yeah. All right, so this is it. Johnny Parker, Tony Harrison, Melvin Hill, and Lance Carr finishing up their round, and that's going to finish up our coverage. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up and get ready for tomorrow's coverage right after this.
At Concho Bell Bonds, we have an honest, friendly, and professional staff with over 40 years of experience. We understand that if you or a loved one needs our help, you want fast and efficient service that you can trust. That's why at Concho Bell Bonds, we are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, with easy payment plans, and we accept all major credit cards. Y habla español. At Concho Bell Bonds, it is better to know us and not need us than to need us and not know us.
We know Texas weather is different from the rest. That's why you should trust the KSAN-Concho Valley Storm Team.
We were born and raised in the great state of Texas.
And that makes us better prepared to keep you ahead of the storm.
Whether it's winter weather, severe storms, or extreme heat.
We know this weather because we've lived this weather.
Trust the KSAN-Concho Valley Storm Team to keep you ahead of the storm every day.
My father passed his truck down to me. That's the same thing I want to do with you.
It's an emotional thing to watch a child grow up, and especially get behind the wheel.
I want to keep, you know, stacking up the memories and the miles and the years.
He's going to get mine, but I'm going to get a new one.
When it's time for your old Chevy truck to become their new Chevy truck, there's Truck Month. Get 18% of MSRP cash back on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab Edition pickups. That's $9,000 on this Silverado. Plus, during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
San Angelo now under a very real threat. Severe thunderstorm warning coming in from the north side.
And we are also looking for the potential of hail coming from this storm as well, waiting for confirmation either.
We're getting reports of quarter-sized hail and wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour.
Thanks. 80-mile-an-hour, quarter-sized hail. All right, guys, we got to cut in immediately. Thanks. Good evening, Concho Valley. Thanks for staying with us. Breaking news, a severe thunderstorm warning has been...
I'm Tommy Clark, General Manager of AmeriPride Services. As a native of San Angelo, I appreciate the sense of family that exists here. AmeriPride considers our customers our family. Thank you for choosing AmeriPride Services for your uniform and linen needs.
Remain informed on breaking news with the updated Concho Valley Homepage app. Now containing severe weather alerts, push notifications, extended weather forecasts, and more. Download the Concho Valley Homepage mobile app today. Available on iPhone, iPad, and Android.
Cake's here.
You know, it doesn't make sense. What we're paying for just satellite TV, I think we could be getting TV and internet from Suddenlink for less.
It's just not right.
Can I see my cake, please?
Switch to Suddenlink and get TV and internet for less. It just makes sense. Call 877-733-132.
It's hard work and sacrifice, and never even thinking twice, and it's waving at people you don't know. Cause that's how we're born and how we're raised. The Concho Valley is our place. It's cheering for the blue and the gold. Local is your neighbors, local is your friends, local is a place you've always been. Then I love the way KSAN's local every day.
Welcome to Dreamscapes, the Concho Valley's premier outdoor living design center. Choose from a variety of custom outdoor fire pits, pergolas, and other outdoor accessories to help complement your outdoor style. We sit down with you to help design your dream outdoor living space. We offer a wide variety of grills to choose from, including pellet grills, gas, charcoal, and ceramic, along with all the extra amenities to complement that new grill. Visit us today so we can get started on bringing your outdoor living space to reality. Right here at Dreamscapes, located at 3602 South Chadwick.
There's the storm. There's the warning. It covers Paint Rock. It covers areas north of Eden. Exactly on the 1-year anniversary. I don't know what the odds are on that. We'll do the calculations later. Power going out again. I don't even know what count that is. Maybe 12 or 13. That'll be 13. 14. Okay.
Well, thank you guys for joining us as we wrap up our coverage here at the 2018 Bentwood Men's Partnership Golf Tournament. David, it's been a blast out here with you and Kevin.
It's been a great first day. Yeah, of course we had fun with you, Cody. So, been a great first day of coverage, and saw a lot of, golf. Let's put it that way. Well, I'm not gonna say good golf on the 18th because it was tough on them today. All the teams they struggled through the 18th, and it was hopefully set up for better golf on Friday and Championship Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. And, real quick before we go, we have a few of the scores that came in today and a few worth mentioning. It looks like in the championship flight, we had Carson and Crane at 6 under. They're leading that one right now. President's flight, we got Farr and Janicki, and they are 6 under as well. And then we go into the first flight, and our lowest score is 2 over.
Wow.
Yeah,
it was tough on everybody. So
it really was, and as you said, we saw these guys coming up at 18, and it was just relentless, and they mentioned the pin locations just being pretty tough all the way throughout the whole course.
Yeah.
So that could have definitely had something to do with it. But as we get into the other flights, looks like 3 unders leading the second flight, and then we bounce back again. The third flight, we've got 4 over, which is actually leading that flight. So yeah, we've got it's pretty much wide open right now in some of these flights. It really looks like.
And all those on Concho Valley homepage. So if you want to go check those out, you can check out all the flights on there. They'll be posted up as soon as we get all those results. And so we appreciate everybody taking the time today to be with us. We'll be out here again tomorrow, 2 o'clock, and finish up like today when everybody else does. And
when the last person comes in.
Same deal on Saturday. So obviously some great other events going on out here as well. They have the paint and sip tonight for the ladies. Tomorrow night, Boogie Town, Kevin Collins' band, who won the Blues Festival, will be playing out here. And you can buy these bands if you still want to come out and eat and stuff. They have these bands available. You don't have to be part of the tournament. Yeah. So you can do that and come out and enjoy some of the festivities tomorrow night. The whole event that it is out here, the 2018 Men's Partnership Golf Tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And real quick before we go, just to mention a few of the people that help us put this on and allow us to do this out here and bring this to you guys. Ameripride, Suddenlink, Chevrolet, and then of course we've got AB Distributing, which I hope a few of you guys went out and made the Taste Buds event this evening. It's every third Thursday, and you guys can go out and try some fantastic beers that they provide. So yeah, again, thanks to all these guys. And do you have any parting advice for these players as we go into the next 2 days?
Go home and drink a lot of water because it's going to be hot the next 2 days, and just stay hydrated. And that way, maybe mentally you'll be able to stay with us. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be brutal the next couple of days.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that sounds good. Guys, thanks again for joining us, and we will catch you tomorrow as we bring you all the coverage of the 2018 Men's Partnership at Bentwood Country Club. Y'all have a good night.